Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to LDL's Boxing. Back with another one. We're gonna chop it up about these new WBA rankings. I want to salute everybody coming through the building. Feel free to hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the support. My man JC in the building. What's good, bro? Salute. D-Lo Boxing. D-Lo 44 Boxing in the building. What's good, bro? Salute to you. Thanks for coming back. So yeah, the new WBA rankings just came out late last night after the fights and stuff like that, and definitely some changes. We're gonna talk about it, run it down like I always do. So I'm about to do the screen share. You know what I'm saying? Feel free to drop a comment. You know what I'm saying? Give your takes. Everything is welcome, man. I appreciate it. So let's get to it. So I find these rankings normally come out the last day of the month, like clockwork, like it's always been doing. Um, they always come out the last day of the month, and they've been pretty consistent with coming out, on time and stuff like that. But the WBA, all the full sanctioned bodies, they always got some some crazy stuff popping, and we definitely about to see some right now. And you can find the latest rankings on the WBA website. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's get to it. All right, so of course we know the champion is AJ. He's about to fight Usyk. That's September the 25th. You know what I'm saying? So we already know about that unified champion. So I'm still looking forward to that fight. That's a good fight though, honestly. So we know that we got Trevor Bryant. He is the regular champion, and Trevor Bryant may have a big fight coming up. Trevor Bryant may face Daniel Dubois, number one, the interim champion. He might face him coming up. So y'all stay tuned. Be on the lookout for that. Charles champion recess, and Robert Helenas is the gold champion. He's gonna run it back with Karnacki on October 19th on the Wilder Fury undercard. All right, so I spoke on George number one, Usyk number two, spoke on that. Ortiz, Ruiz. Hopefully they fight Charles Martin. So like the first one through eight, pretty much the same. One through what I'm saying, pretty much the same from last month. Michael Hunter got a fight coming up this Tuesday, August the 3rd on Triller, and that's a free card. You don't gotta pay for that. You just gotta download the site or go to Fight TV. Um, but Gerald Washington moves up. He was like number 10. You know what I'm saying? He basically took Coffee spot. Now look at number nine. No, excuse me. Look at number 10, Mark Demore. This dude came in the rankings out the blue. You know what I'm saying? Last time I ain't gonna lie, last time I heard of him when David Hayes stopped him in like one or two rounds, whatever it was, back in like a couple years ago. I know he trained himself and all this shit. He taught himself how to box. But y'all already see what it is. So it's a reason why he coming in at number 10 after basically doing nothing in the last couple of years. So just give you a little insight. I'm guessing he gonna be an opponent for one of these guys at the top. maybe Charles Martin making a comeback. He coming off an injury. Uh, I don't know. Maybe Caballero. Hunter is already busy. Maybe he might fight Hunter, the one between Hunter and Michael Wilson. I don't know. Shit's crazy. But y'all already see what it is. Number 11, Jonathan Rice. Now he got that ranking based off of beating Michael Coffey last night. Michael Coffey was number 9 going into the fight. He got stopped in 5 rounds, so they get Jonathan Rice, who is really a journeyman. You know what I'm saying? He had a great night last night, but he's a journeyman level opponent. And if you watch his fights, he always give those top prospects good fights, but he really come up short. So he got that ranking for a reason. So you know what I'm saying? He beat a PBC guy on the platform. Maybe he gonna be some work for one of these top guys. You never know. I don't like to see that. I want to see Ortiz versus Ruiz. I think Ortiz's time is now because he's in his 40s, and I don't want to see him fight no Jonathan Rice. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. It's a reason why they gave him that ranking. Number 13, he got a fight coming up. I forgot the date, but he's facing Joey DeWeco coming up. He's with Frank Warren, Mike Wilson. He gonna face Michael Hunter August the 3rd, and then the Cuban fighter right here. So he might be getting some looks too. So maybe the Cuban fighter might face Demore. So we'll see. It's just crazy though. All right, moving down to cruiserweight. So we got the champions. Arslan Galamarian, he been inactive. Bahar Mahari just fought July 17th. He had a nice knockout victory. Alexis Igorov, he's supposed to be the mandatory for Gulamarian, the super champion, but I don't know what's going on. So I kind of like cruiserweight. I want to see these guys unified. We got 4 champions. You know what I'm saying? Okoli supposed to come back on the AJ Usyk card. Breeder's got a mandatory, who's number 10 right here. Select won't talk about that. And then Makabu, the WC champion. He's in like a voluntary stage. So number 1, Dodakos. I see Dodakos back in the gym. You know what I'm saying? He supposed to get the Mahari fight for the regular title. So hopefully that fight get made. Chris Miller Smith, number 2, off of that victory last night over Tommy McCarthy. That was a good competitive fight. Kevin Lerena, the IBO champion. He's supposed to face Mahari, but he broke his hand or wrist, hurt his wrist, so he was out. Arslan, number 4, he just had a victory. I think he like 50, 51 years old. he's still checking. Tommy McCarthy, yeah, I'm cool with this ranking. I thought he put up a good performance. Glanton and Apochi, they might run that back. Murphy, who else? Notable. Lego Pulev's brother. So number 10, like I said, he's the IBF mandatory for Breeders. And he's from Poland, pretty decent fighter. So that fight should be coming down the pipe. So we'll see. You know what I'm saying? All right, we're gonna move to light heavyweight. Okay. So as you see, some changes at the top. You got the super champion Demetrius Bivol. You know what I'm saying? We all knew that. But there's no more regular champion because Pascal has been stripped. So we'll see what they're gonna do with that. We'll see. So number 1 is Robin, what's his name? Krasnashkit. He's from Germany. He fights in Germany, but he's from Kosovo. He haven't had a fight in a minute, but he's the interim champion, so it makes sense for him maybe to get an opportunity to fight for the regular. We'll see. Joshua Waxy versus number 3, Bolanix. Now that's August the 14th. That's a pretty good fight. Now I can see that fight being for the vacant regular. I can see that. You know what I'm saying? I can see that, but we'll see how much strings Eddie Hearn can pull for that. But Joshua Waxy is definitely coming, so I like him, and that's a good fight for him. Also, you got Badou Jack. Now, I think I called this, a couple of weeks ago after I seen Badou Jack fight. He talking about he gonna go to cruiserweight, but I doubt it. With the ties PBC have on the with the WBA, I can see Badou Jack fighting Andre Darrell, who we seen last night, and that's why I kind of mentioned that earlier on Twitter and stuff like that. And look who Andre Darrell called out after his fight last night. He called out Badou Jack. So there's a reason. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why they do these fighters call out certain fighters by name. So that pretty much I think that fight gonna happen next. And it might be for the regular. You know what I'm saying? You know how PBC do. Craig Richards, number 6. He might have a good fight coming up. But he put on a good performance versus Bivol. Gonzalez, like this another one of these guys that be coming to the rankings off the blue. But he been in there for a minute. So we'll see. Talk about Darrell last night. Good performance last night. Ferris Chevalier from Australia is up in there. Dan Aziz, he just came in number 10. So that's what's up. I like him. Have you ever seen him fight from the UK? He kind of have the old school attire, be be looking like marvelous Marvin Hagler with the high socks and the short shorts. Castillo Valera. So yeah, so we'll see, man, what they do with that regular title. And of course, talks is heating up with Dimitri Bivol possibly facing Canelo at 168. We'll see how that works. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, sir. All right, moving down, 168. Speaking of Canelo, unified champion, big star in the sport. We're gonna see what's gonna happen with him. What's up, Ricky E245? Salute, bro. He said Andre Darrell looked good last night. Yeah, he's with the Southpaw Whisper. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Cunningham. You know how Kevin Cunningham do with those Southpaws. But yeah, he looked good. He looked good. I think him versus Badu would be a pretty good fight. Got a little storyline. Badu beat his brother for the title a couple years ago. So I'm with it. All right. So Canelo, we already know what it is. The negotiation with Plant is dead as of right now. So that's crazy. So he looking to face. He got three possible opponents if he's going to keep the September 18th date, and we should hear something pretty soon. Um, Bivol, as I mentioned before, John Ryder, and Carlos Gongora. So those is three options for September 18th. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. So he's the super champion. Morrell is the regular champion. Now Morrell was ordered to fight John Ryder, but John Ryder might be in the sweet states of Canelo, so he might be like, forget that. I'm gonna fight Canelo. So we'll see. Shooting off is the gold champion. Adios number one. He had to pull out a fight for COVID recently. David Benavidez right there, number two. I like Benavidez. He got a fight coming up the end of the month, August 28th versus Jose Uzcategui, but that's the WBC eliminator. John Ryder spoke on him. David Lemieux, that's an interesting type of fighter. Um, One of these guys might want to call his bluff. You know what I'm saying? He's kind of wearing down in his career. I can see him taking a fight with one of these younger guys. Danny Jacobs, he's lined up to fight Joe Smith at the top of the year. Maybe he take a little tune up at light heavyweight. We'll see. Berlanga coming back October the 9th on the Wilder pay-per-view card. Then he gonna come back again on Lomachenko's card December the 11th. So he should he gonna be active. Gay Rosado trying to fight Magia. That fight probably be in the fall. You know what I'm saying? Callum Smith moved up to 175. He's coming back October the 9th. No opponent yet, but he got a new coach, Buddy McGirt. Anthony Durrell, he'll probably get the Caleb Plant fight. He'll probably get the Caleb Plant fight coming up. Allen, this is a new entry, number 11, Eric Bazian. Now he's a tall, rangy type of fighter from Canada. Shit, I can see him versus Berlinga down the line. That's a good fight to me. Tapia, Truax, Alantez Fox. Alantez Fox been like always on standby. You know what I'm saying? I got something on his brother coming up when we get down to welterweight. But yeah, Alantez Fox might get a big fight too. He always like the replacement guy fighting on the undercard. And then you got Daniel Scardina from I think he's from Italy. He fights with Matchroom. So we'll see, man. We should hear some news this week about Canelo and see what he gonna do. You know what I'm saying? All right. Moving to 160. So we got Marada, the super champion. He got a date with Triple G December 28th. That shit already official. Lara is the regular. I'm not sure what Lara gonna do. He should be back in the ring like pretty soon. He had a first round knockout. That was, easy work right there. So he should be back. And of course, we know the champions: Jamal Charlo, Triple G, Demetrius Andrade. They ain't fighting each other, so they irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? To me, you know what I'm saying? They good fighters, but these guys been in the division too long not to not even have negotiations about the unification. So it is what it is. Chris Eubank number one. I'm not sure what he got lined up. I know he wanted to do a tune up. He was in negotiations with Andrade, and of course his brother just passed. So I'm not sure where he at mentally or whatever. But he's supposed to come back pretty soon and do another tune up. Magadev, not sure what he about to do. Sergio Martinez, number three, former champion at 160. He got a fight coming up. He fight more times than the damn champions. And he 46 years old. They got him number three, which, I don't believe he should be number three, but he's facing Brian Rose September the 18th in Spain. Jaime Munguia, like I want to see him, step it up. I like the Rosado fight though. That should be fun. Luis Arias number five off that Hurd victory. He might, be an opponent for somebody. You never know. Maybe, we'll see. Who else is notable? You got Jason Rosario, number 10. So he moved up. He moving up to 160. So that's what's up. Emil Carvajal coming off that win versus Aleem. He's up in there. So we'll see. I can see Vidal versus Arias. There you go. Matchmaking. Luis Arias versus Emil Carvajal. There you go. They both roughly on the same schedule. They fall on the same network. They're both fighting for PBC. yeah, I can see that fight. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. 154. So Jamel Charlo retained his titles because it was a draw with Castano, which was a pretty good fight. Of course, I want to see them running back, but like I've been saying on my channel for like the last year, the IBF mandatory got dibs on that fight. I've been trying to say that people act so surprised when the IBF ordered that fight and they want to see the rematch. Okay, cool. I want to see the rematch just like anybody else. But I also know the business of boxing. I already know what time it was already. So I was I was surprised. I was surprised so many people were surprised. You know what I'm saying? Lara's still the regular champion at 54. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he gonna do. If he campaigned back at 54, that'd be cool, you know, but I don't know. I want to see him fight Michael Sorrow, who he's supposed to have been fought. That was his mandatory, but he moved up to 60 and got a belt. We got the regular, but we'll see. Sorrow, man, he should be back pretty soon, man. Of course, Castano is a WO champion. And yeah, man. So number one, you got Israel Marinov. He should be coming back pretty soon. Sebastian Fondor. Now, I'm not sure when he's supposed to fight. I know he was scheduled for August the 7th. That got pushed back. And it's talks about him fighting on the undercard of Spence and Pacquiao, maybe the prelims, the free Fox show. That might get pushed back. I don't know. So I don't know what's going on with him. But he's facing Sergio Garcia, number 8. J Rock, number 3. Kabranov, he's number 4, good fighter from Russia. The Jara has a fight coming up. I forget who he fighting, but he got a fight coming up. Terrell Goucher, he might be in the mix. Number 7, Elvis Gomez. He's fighting August the 7th on PBC on Fox. He's facing Brian Mendoza. So be on the lookout for that fight. Pretty good fight. They got him highly ranked for a reason. Sangonov. I remember he supposed to have a fight coming up. Carlos Adames, number 10. He gonna have some big coming. We seen Fowler yesterday. He looked decent. Fowler got a big fight coming up October the 9th versus Liam Smith. That's a good fight. That's a good fight. Sissoko up in there. So yeah, man. So we'll see. The champions, they might have to. I think. So let me clear this up. So Castano, he don't have a mandatory yet. You know what I'm saying? The number one contender for the WO is Tim Tszyu. They trying to get that fight, but that's not a mandatory. So you can see Castano versus a PBC fighter. Um, I can see them doing Jamel Charlo's hometown fight versus IBF mandatory. Put Castano on the undercard versus PBC fighter, something like that. I can see that, and then you can build up to the second fight. You know what I'm saying? Or they can fight a week apart and, be on the same schedule. That's all I'm saying. Chin Smoke, what's good, bro? Salute. What's good, actual facts? Salute to you, bro. The IBF forces you to fight your mandatory. Yep. IBF don't play with Mandos. It's their way. Yeah. Yep. I've been trying to tell people about that kid. Charlo's mandatory. But you know what I'm saying? It's all good. All right. Now moving to welterweight. Now this is the one that we always get some crazy shit. Ugas is a super champion. Jamal James is the regular. Pacquiao, Recess, Virgil Ortiz. He's the gold champion. All 4 guys got big fights coming up. So it's crazy how they do this shit, man. I don't believe they should have stripped Pacquiao anyway, but I'm glad they didn't give it back to him after elevating Ugas and Jamal James. So I ain't really mad at it. You know what I'm saying? And of course, Earl Spence Jr. versus Pacquiao's coming up, big time fight. That's a couple of weeks, August 21st. So that's still a big fight. So number 1, you got Stanionis. He's facing Luis Collazo this week, August the 7th. That's a good little fight for him, honestly. Collazo always tests these young guys and stuff like that. I see Tszyu's team trying to lure Castano to Australia. Yes, they're trying to get him or Tony Harrison. I don't know if they're gonna get them 2 guys down there. We'll see. I'm thinking they might get somebody like Terrell Goucher, maybe Jack Koke, somebody like that. But hey, if you can go get a bag down there, I would say go. They're trying to do something in November. And yeah, they serious, you know what I'm saying, about Tim Zoo. So Stanionis is number one. He's facing Collazo, which I think is a good fight. Abel Ramos number two. Not sure what he's doing. I was expecting him to be back kind of soon after that performance, but I think he hurt his hand versus Omar Figueroa. But I can see Abel Ramos versus somebody like Keith Thurman coming back. That's my pick. Everybody was saying Keith Thurman's gonna face Ugas. I already said, man, he ain't fighting. He ain't fighting no damn Ugas. You know what I'm saying? Keith Thurman probably come back in the fall if he do come back. And number three, Raz Butayev. Now he's facing Jamal James on that Pacquiao Smith undercard, probably on the free Fox prelim. So stay tuned for that. That's a 50-50 fight. You know what I'm saying? I think Butayev can win that fight. Gabriel Magistri. Now he was supposed to face Cody Crawley this week on that August 7th card on Fox. Cody Crawley got COVID. They dropped him off the rankings, and look what they put in there. Number 11, Michael Fox. So tomorrow, maybe late afternoon today, y'all gonna see Gabriel Magistri versus Michael Fox for the WBA interim title. Michael Fox came into the rankings out the blue. So whenever you see stuff like this, then you automatically, your wheels start turning. So expect that. You know what I'm saying? So he said Jack Koke might take the fight with Zoo and retires on the stool. Man, that's to be a tough test for Tim Zoo because Koke, I don't remember seeing him even hurt. He always give a tough, rugged fight, but we'll see. I know Koke number 2 in the IBF. He won an eliminator, and that fight makes sense because I think Tim Zoo number 3, and I think Koke got a nice rank in the WBO too. So I can see Koke going down there. I know he ain't scared for sure. I know he ain't scared to go down there. So yeah, so y'all stay tuned for that that update, that breaking news per se. And I don't do breaking news. We good. You know what I'm saying? News is news to me. So Gabriel Magistri, he's going to face Michael Fox for the WBA interim title, August the 7th on Fox. So y'all got that. Number 5, Alberto Palmetta. He's supposed to fight number 8, Abel Ramos. That's a good fight. But the fight got pushed back and whatnot. Palmetta, he's in camp with Earl Spence Jr., but he wasn't the guy in that video that everybody talking about. That wasn't him, but he's down there. Nice southpaw fighter. He's good. Mario Barrios moving up to 47. He requested to move to. He requested this ranking, so he gonna get in the mix once he recover and get his shit together. He gonna be in the mix at 147. David Avanesian want to fight his European mandatory, so that's what we're going to do. Liam Taylor talked about Ramos. Hopefully he'll be back. Conor Big got COVID. Hopefully he'll be back. They can reschedule that fight with Granados. They go Fabian Madonna up in there, come out the blue. Last month, if y'all remember, we had Berto at number 10. And Berto was supposed to get the Ugas fight, but he turned it down. So they picked Fabian Madonna. Fabian Madonna was supposed to fight in Dubai August the 13th. You know what I'm saying? And he pulled out the card. Austin Trout's on that card. Mike Perez, Christian Thumb versus Lucas Brown on that card. It's like a bunch of random notable names on that card. They fight in Dubai August 13th. I got that on my y'all. Hey, let me put some. Let me plug myself. Hey y'all, if y'all got IG, Twitter, make sure you follow me on there because I'll be posting some of those fights and stuff like that just in case somebody want to go back and recap. Let me see what my man said. He said Butayev gonna blitz James. The James dude is too much for him. Jamal can fight off the back foot, but he's going to get tired, probably get knocked out. I mean, I see a body shot knockout, but James has came along, since he lost to Ugas. He's been looking good. I liked him in his last fight against Delorme, but I like this Butayev kid. He said, yeah, good move for Barrios. It's about 2 years overdue. I don't know how he's making. Yeah, that's a big dude. I bet you he was about 160 something, 160 plus when he fought Tank. You know what I'm saying? But still got stopped. But yeah, they go Fabian Madonna. So we know he's going to be on the co-main. Pacquiao and Spence. He gonna face Ugas for the super title. Michael Fox, talk about him. They go Keith Thurman. They got him low. So that's why I was saying, keeping them a 13 for like the last 6 months. And if he was going to fight one of these guys, they probably would have moved him up. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I be paying attention to this shit. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. 140. So we got the undisputed at 140, Josh Taylor. No denying that. He should be back probably late November versus WO mandatory Jack Calderon in Scotland. Tank is a regular. Ismael Barrasso is just a gold champion. Alberto Paluyo, #1. Now he just fought July 21st. He was supposed to be on the Wilder Fury undercard July 24th. He was gonna face Francis Barthélemy. But salute to his promoter. They got him a fight, you know what I'm saying? And he got some work with his new trainer. He fought a 12 rounder, went all 12. He dominated, you know what I'm saying? Nice performance. If you ever seen a fight, he kind of reminds me of Luis Ortiz, that he's always in position to counterpunch, and he throw a lot of hard shots, southpaw, tall southpaw. So that fight with Francis is gonna get rescheduled for the October night date with Wilder and Fury. So they're gonna keep that fight. Back to what's his name? Back to y'all know who he is. He just fought on a Tank undercard. Now he's down there with Spence too. You know what I'm saying? And that wasn't him in the clip either. There was another guy. But back to down there. That's I like Spence sparring partners. He got back to he got the kid in that video. He got my man. I just talked about Beto Palmetta. So yeah, and he got Frank Martin too. I'm gonna speak on him when I get to lightweight. So we'll see what Bacteria do. He should have a nice fight coming up too, facing one of these PBC guys. Shakran Gasov. I think he should be back. Maybe on the Dylan White undercard. Dylan White he supposed to fight in September. It depends how they try to work these dates, but he should be back. Gary Antoine Russell. Y'all see him on the Pacquiao Spence undercard too. He'll be on the prelims. He's facing Muhammad. I can't pronounce the last name, but he's from France. He fought Postile on the Francis and Robert Easter undercard. We got Regis #5. Hopefully that Mikey fight get made. Sandor Martin, Gadashev. He had a recent knockout victory. Francis talked about him. All Rivera. So he got that ranking after beating Omar Juarez. So you might see him fight one of these PBC guys. Maybe he might fight Robert Easton. O'Hara Davis coming to the ranking #10. You know what I'm saying? Out the blue. That's what's up. So maybe he getting a fight. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? Robert Easter, Eric Leon comes into the rankings. Ponce is IBF mandatory. Well, he's #1. He should be facing Sabiro Matisse, Lazada. Then you got the Asian kid. I think he's like 17, 18 years old. So yeah, man. We'll see. I like to see these top guys fight each other though. If Tank gonna campaign at 140, I like to see the Josh Taylor fight. But I doubt it. you know how that shit work. All right, so we're moving down to 135. We got Teofimo Lopez. He still got that drama with George Kambosos. I think they gonna fight though. I think they're gonna fight like September, and that might be it for Lopez for the rest of the year. And then he's gonna fight Lomachenko top of next year. Tank, regular champion, Roman Andreev from Russia. I probably messed that up, but he's decent. He's a very active fighter. Devin Haney, WBC. Rolly, we seen him a couple weeks ago against my man Anthony Idjit. Entertaining performance. But Rolly is, he's in a nice position though, because he can play the villain role and get some big fights. But yeah, he's right there. Lomachenko #2. Michelle Rivera, he won an eliminator versus John Fernandez on Showtime. I see Rolly versus Rivera next. That's what I see. But we'll see. Jorge Linares #4. I think Linares gonna fight Ryan Garcia, but we'll see though, because I know Ryan and JoJo in talks, and hopefully JoJo face he's a mandatory for Haney. That's the fight I'd rather see. But I understand JoJo versus Ryan, though. Big fight in LA. Jezreel Corrales, and he came into the rankings last month. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking he's going to face Frank Martin. That's my guess. Frank Martin, he's a Earl Spence fighter. Um, he's training with him. I can see him on that undercard too. So, hey, look, thinking about it, the Spence prelim card, the free card, might be better than the damn undercard. I'm just saying. But that's anybody's opinion. So I can see Corrales versus Frank Martin. All right, Isaac Cruz. Now Isaac Cruz, last month he came off the rank. He wasn't in the rankings. Now he come back in number 6. So that's my early candidate to fight. Tank. So I can see something like this. Tank next pay-per-view card, he'll face Isaac Cruz. Put Rolly on that card put Rolly versus Rivera, and then stack it like that. You can keep building from there. But I can see that type of card. You know what I'm saying? But it's when you see guys come out the rankings and come back in, like that tells me something is getting lined up. You know what I'm saying? Isaac Cruz is a number 2 guy in the IBF. So maybe they pulled him out because they was thinking the Teofimo versus Kambosos fight wasn't gonna happen. And Kambosos and Cruz gonna fight for the vacant title. So maybe they pulled him out, say, "Oh, you about to fight for the IBF." So but they put him back in. So maybe that tells me the Teofimo Kambosos fight is back on. So that's how I be looking at this shit. Frank Martin, he's a good fighter, yo. Y'all make sure y'all follow him. He can fight. Straffion, he's the IBO champion. He went over to UK and stopped Tennyson in 1 round. He's facing number 14, Maxie Hughes. That's a good fight. That's September the 4th on the zone. That's a good fight. Kambosos right there. Williams Zepeda comes into the ranking off that good victory over Hector Tanahata. So that's what's up. Maybe Zepeda versus Linares. Now that I'm thinking, got the matchmaking hat on. Both guys on Golden Boy. So let's say they do make the JoJo versus Ryan Garcia fight. Put Linares versus Williams Zepeda on the undercard. Listen, that's a nice little card right there. And Golden Boy be having some good ass cards anyway. So yeah, bro. I can see it. I can see all that shit. 130. So 130. It's a good division. Tank is a super champion. I doubt if he campaigned there again, but we'll see. Roger Gutierrez is going to run it back with Rene Alvarado, the trilogy. That'll be August the 14th. That's going to be on the Virgil Ortiz versus Mean Machine undercard. Pretty good fight, pretty good card. Another good Golden Boy card. Marco Barnov, he just had a victory. I'm not sure if we're gonna come over here and fight. Oscar Valdez is facing Roberson Concedo. That's September the 10th. Jamel Herring versus Shakur is penciled in for November the 13th. So the top of the division about to get busy. Busy? Chris Cobra just fought this past month. He looked decent versus Tugs. I liked his jab. It was pretty good. We'll see who he fight. I want to see him versus Xavier Martinez. That'd be a good fight. But I'm looking at Gamboa. This guy that moved up. He was like number 5 last month. Then he's number 4. So I'm guessing they're gonna run that back. And then you see Ricardo Nunez who fought Tank. I can see some type of variation of this. Ricardo Nunez versus Colbert or Xavier Martinez. Gamboa versus Colbert or Xavier Martinez on the same card. I can see that. You know what I'm saying? That might be Tank's next undercard. I think I just gave it to y'all. So Tank versus Isaac Cruz. This is me playing with the matchmaking. Tank versus Isaac Cruz. Rolly versus damn, who I say? Let me go back. Rolly versus Michelle Rivera. Okay, so that'd be the co-main. Chris Cobra versus Gamboa, and Xavier Martinez versus Ricardo Nunez. There you go. I can see that. I can see Mayweather Promotions doing that. You got number 6, Anthony Cacase. He got a fight coming up October. No, when he fighting? August 28th. That's a Frank Warren card. This kid right here, Luis Alberto Lopez, he's facing Gabriel Flores Jr. Damn, what on the card? I think he's fighting him on the Oscar Valdez card. Luis Alberto Lopez, a little short fighter. Jaime Arboleda got a fight coming up in Panama. He's facing a former world champion. I forget his name. Damn, it's just slipping my mind. But he's fighting in Panama. Vasquez, he came into the rankings out the blue last month, so maybe he got something coming up. Let me see. Boom, boom. Fonseca up in there. Joe Cordina supposed to fight in the U.S. maybe August 28th or maybe on the Canelo card. We'll see. But yeah, man. 130 is a good division, man. There's a lot of guys, a lot of politics though. We're about to get a new IBF champion August 20th. You got Rachmanov versus Ogawa. That's gonna be on ESPN Plus. So that's a pretty decent fight. Featherweight. Let's go to it. So, all right, featherweight. You still got Leo as the super champion. Lee Wood is a regular after last night. So that's what's up. Number 1, you got former world champion Selmo Moreno. last month he was number 2. Number 1 was Eduardo Ramirez. So that tells me Leo coming back. I can see Leo versus Moreno. You know what I'm saying? I can see that at the back. When Leo come back, watch it be against Moreno. It's crazy. Shit. You may see Leo on the Tank undercard. That's just a possibility, bro. You know what I'm saying? Especially it depends where they put it at. If they put it like in LA or Vegas or something like that, I can see Leo on the card. Leo is a good attraction in LA, but he's not no crazy star. Only like in LA. Let me see. Garcia, Gill, you got Michael Conlon and TJ Doheny. They come into the rankings at 126. And they gonna fight August the 6th on ESPN Plus. So that's a pretty good fight, you know what I'm saying? I thought Michael Conlon number 1 in the WBO. So maybe he got the idea that he might not get the winner between Fulton versus Figueroa. So maybe he just gonna campaign here until things start looking clear. But Conlon versus Doheny is a pretty decent fight. Kanzu dropped to number 6. Contreras, Mariaga up in there. Tugs is back at 126. So maybe he gets some smoke with somebody. Maybe he gets some smoke. So we'll see, man. We'll see. But Leo, I don't think he defended that title. Damn, I can't remember. Just to touch on the champions, Gary Russell Jr. I don't know what the hell he doing. Supposed to face Ray Vargas. WO champion Navarrete. Emmanuel Navarrete. I'm hearing talks about him facing Joet Gonzalez coming up. So that's a pretty good matchup, though. Should be fun. Super bantamweight 122. MJ, he supposed to face Ronnie Rios coming up. They're working on a date, so that should be coming up pretty soon. Figueroa versus Figueroa versus versus Fulton. I'm jumping the gun. That's a good unification. I like that fight. Then Ronnie Rios talked about him. Maurice Salim. Now it's talked about him coming back on the Fulton Figueroa card, which makes sense because he's a major player at 122, and it's supposed to be Danny Roman, former unified champion. That's a good ass fight. Aline versus Roman on that undercard, I like it. Zach Hovhannissian, he had a fight. He got a victory last month. He's number 2. Mike Plania. Let me see who else. Michael DeGrassi. He fights on PBC. Kevin Gonzalez. He just fought this over the weekend. He got a nice knockout, 7-round knockout, I believe. So he comes into the rankings. Let me see. Anybody else? I don't think nobody else got anything lined up, but that's what's up. 122 is hot though. It's crazy. That division is getting hot. Bantamweight, you got Inoue. He's a super champion. I'm not sure what he gonna do. I would welcome a rematch with him and Donaire since Donaire pulled out the fight with Casemiro. That makes the most sense in this division, so they can run that back. Rigo, he's gonna face Casemiro. That's a good fight. Rashid Warren is coming back on that Rigo Casemiro card. He's facing Damian Vasquez. Gary Antonio Russell's on that card. He's facing Emmanuel Rodriguez. That's a good card. August 14th. Manuel Plange versus Melvin Lopez supposed to fight, but I don't know what's going on with that. You got Librado Solis in there, Saul Sanchez, Jason Maloney. He coming back. Was August 14th against Joshua Grid Jr. Should be a pretty good fight. Lee McGregor, I like him. One of my favorite prospects. I think he about to be a contender though. He's fighting this week. I like this guy. He's trained with Ben Davison. He a good fighter for real. He a future world champion. So that's what's up. Excuse me. So let me see. What's good, bro? Ali, what's good with you, bro? Salute. JC, what's good, bro? He said, so we're gonna get Leo versus Gary. Man, I hope so. That'd be damn near 2 years out the ring for Gary. What's up, JJ? Salute, bro. What happened? Yeah, what happened? Hey, Berto turned it down. Y'all see, I was on it because Berto was number 10. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's a reason why they put these guys like that. But Berto, I guess he didn't like the money. So they put Fabian Madonna up in there number 10. So I was on to something for sure. You know what I'm saying? Did it go through? Nah, but it's all good. I'm still here. Yeah, I feel like Butiev was going to stop Jamal James. Yeah, I think he may. I won't put it past it. Salute to you. The GOAT. Salute. I can see that for sure. All right. So where we at? Superfly. So Estrada versus Roman Gonzalez. They're gonna run that back for the third time. That's October the 13th. On the undercard, you're gonna have Sir Ramazai versus Quadras Part 2. So that's what's up. Joshua Franco defending his regular title versus Andrew Maloney. That's August 14th. That's gonna be a good fight. That's a trilogy. The gold champion right here, Olean, he just fought not too long ago. I seen that shit on the stream. Jerwin Cajas. That dude got like 9 or 10 title defenses. He should be back on the Fulton undercard. So check out for him. Watch out for him. He should be fighting on Fulton's undercard. Yeah, September the 11th. Let me see. So talked about Chocolatito, got the Thai fighter, Andrew Maloney, Franklin Gonzalez. Damn, I be getting these guys mixed up. But one of them, I think is this one. Francisco Rodriguez about to fight Ioka coming up September the 1st. Israel Gonzalez. So this one, Franklin Gonzalez, Francisco Rodriguez, Israel Gonzalez. These are tough contenders. I don't know if they're gonna beat the top guys, but they real tough contenders, you know what I'm saying? So we'll see. I like Ioka though. Ioka nice. All right, flyweight. Man, the world champion in flyweight. I ain't seen this dude in a minute. He said, let me see. It's Victor Ortiz. Now that ain't exhibition. That's some real shit. That's going. They about to duke it out. That came out of nowhere. He said Nkaha's last scrap was solid. Yeah, that was a good fight. Yeah, that was a good fight. I enjoyed that. So Declan Canner, man, I don't know what the hell he doing. I need him to unify this division or try to. David Jimenez is a gold champion from Costa Rica. The WC champion JC Martinez, he should be back coming up. I can see him coming back on the Canelo card, but he should be back. He got a mandatory, a royal, but I don't know. Sunday Everett's got a fight coming up October the 9th. He's gonna face his mandatory, Jason Mamba. Jonathan Nakatana is on that September 10th card. Oscar Valdez in the co-main. He's facing his mandatory, Angel Acosta. That's gonna be a good fight. I know not a lot of people talking about that, but that's gonna be a good ass fight. Looking forward to that one. All right, let's run down these rankings. Luis Concepcion, the interim champion. Ramos, what's his name? Yamamushi, something like that from Japan. Christopher Rosales, that's a former world champion. Jose Soto. Let me see. Let me see if one of these guys got any fights coming up. Sandoval just fought. He won the eliminator in the IBF. Dylan Price fought last night, number 14. He fought last night. So we'll see. We'll see what they do. He got a unanimous decision last night. Tough, you know what I'm saying? Hard fought fight. So that's what's up. All right, light flyweight. Got some interesting news in this division. So Kawaguchi, the super champion, he got a mandatory. Esteban Bermudez, the world champion, who coming off that upset victory over number 8 Carlos Gonzalez. And the WA ordered that fight, but Eddie Hearn trying to make a unification between Kawaguchi and WO champion Elwin Soto, which I welcome that fight. That's a good fight. But now the WO about to trying to order their mandatory, Jonathan Gonzalez, you know what I'm saying, from Puerto Rico. So we'll see, man. They waiting on contracts and shit. So hopefully Eddie get that shit over the line. And they're supposed to fight August the 28th in Carson, California. But we'll see. We'll see. That's a good fight. Kenshiro got a fight coming up. I forgot the date, but he got a fight coming up. And then the IBF champion Felix Alvarado, he's fighting Eric Lopez on the Virgil Ortiz on the card versus Mean Machine, August the 14th. So that's what's up. We got the interim champion. He just fought on the zone. He's decent. You got Ben Rodriguez. That's one of my favorite young fighters. They should make that fight. I'm with it. Hecky Butler and there. Jay Harris. Now you notice he's at 108 now after his knockout loss, body shot loss to Ricardo Sandoval. So he moving down in weight. So maybe he gonna get some work down there. But I don't know how that shit work. Them guys be moving down in weight. I don't know if it's gonna help them or hurt them. So we'll see. And of course, 105. I'm gonna keep saying this. These guys got too many champions. You know what I'm saying? And that's why people ain't gonna rock when I'm like that. You got 4 champions, and none of these guys, I ain't heard nothing about unification. The only thing about this division that's popping, or you can even take note of, is number 1, Eric Rosa, who just won the interim championship. I think that was his 4th fight. I think like 19 or 20 from the Dominican Republic. He fought on July the 21st. He looked decent. You know what I'm saying? He's he looked like a star. Like they can build him up to be a star, get him with the right promoter. Just how he fights and just the little charisma that he have. He's still young and developing, but that's the only bright spot at 105. You know what I'm saying? So definitely we need some unifications or some type of action. So that's what it is. So that's it, man. That was the rankings, bro. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I want to recap real quick these heavyweight rankings, man. These heavyweight rankings be crazy, man. He said, let me see what y'all talking about. He said, hey, Law Impact fall out with Ugas just moving to, he'll move into the main event. Yep. And then Favorite Madonna be left without an opponent. And then that probably move Jamal James versus Butiev to the main card. Yep. And if something happened to Favorite Madonna, Jamal James, they can they basically a replacement too. Like something can happen, they can probably step in and fight Ugas if something happened like that. You know what I'm saying? So let me put it like this: if Madonna pulls out, they might bring up Jamal James to rematch Ugas. If Ugas pull out, then they just probably put Jamal James versus Butiev as the co-main or something like that. They saying Pat got COVID from having all. Oh yeah, you've been watching. I see what you've been watching. Salute to you. Nah, he don't got no COVID. Is it risky? Yes. With all those people around, is it risky? Yes. But don't fall into the narrative. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't jump the gun on that unless you know 100% that it's true. Because some of that stuff is narrative. driven. You know what I'm saying? But I do agree that he should kind of cut down. He need to cut down a lot the people um that's around his camp because we too close to the fight. What's good, Mo Boxing? Salute. We too close to the fight. You know what I'm saying? To have any hiccups, man. So I think he should close the camp down. I do agree with that. But I haven't heard that he got COVID, and I'm in and out these streets. I'm in and out these streets. So I think it was more so it's like a narrative shit. If somebody say he got COVID, they definitely pushing a narrative because I haven't heard that. And I ain't saying I'm perfect or nothing like that, but I'm normally on point with my shit and I ain't heard that. But I do agree that he need to cut down the people in his camp. Dante Hall, salute. Yeah, I seen that fight. Yeah. Yes, sir. Could be in the rankings one day. Yeah, yeah, I can see that. He still got some work to do. But yeah, I seen him last night on FS1. I seen him. But yeah, I'm going to these rankings in WA for heavyweight real quick. Shit's funny. So you see Mark DeMore number 10. That shit is crazy. Even Gerald Washington number 9 is crazy. The 1 through 8, I'm not really mad at it. I ain't mad at Frank Sanchez. Mike Wilson, I'm mad at that shit. This Paro kid, he got like 3, 4 fights. They got him number 15. 1 through 8 though, honestly, it's not really bad. It's not really bad. 9, Gerald Washington coming off a loss, knockout loss at that, haven't fought in a long time. And he wasn't really looking that crazy good before that. Mark DeMore, he comes in the rankings out the blue. Look at Jonathan Rice. So Coffee was number 9. I don't know if he should have been that high last month, but you see what happens. Shit's crazy. It's funny. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. I caught COVID when I visited LA. It's no joke. No, I know it's no joke. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying that, but I'm saying I haven't heard or I don't think it's official that my man got COVID. I'm glad you good too, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you beating that shit. You know what I'm saying? Hope for better health for you. But I'm not saying it's not possible, but I don't know if it's like 100% true. We'll see. And I know um him having a lot of people around his camp is definitely possible. So I ain't knocking that part, but I'm knocking the part that he actually got COVID because that shit would have been out. I heard it. I heard it was because Mikey's situation. He might not be able to fight Spence. Yeah. He did a counter suit, but that shit's on to me. It's on. I think he's just trying to fight, not trying to pay that 3 million. But he got it. Somebody can pay off that 3 million. But yeah, that's what I heard too. So that's why I thought he was coming at it. But I didn't hear about him who got COVID. But maybe I don't know. We'll see if it come out. Well, definitely he got too many people in his camp. For real. So we'll see. He said still shocked Coffee defeat last night. I'm not really too shocked, honestly. Not too shocked. That guy was looking ahead. He had some big fights on the table. Andy Ruiz or Luis Ortiz. And plus, a lot of people don't know Jonathan Rice like that. Like, yeah, he got 6 losses, but he fought all the top. When I look, he fought all basically the top prospects. Only one really ran through him was Arslan Beck, the big scary dude from Canada. But everybody else, they struggle with him. And I seen the fight with FA. I'm like, I thought the fight was gonna be boring. I didn't think Rice was gonna be that aggressive, but I knew he was gonna cause some trouble for Michael Coffey because Michael Coffey fights at a slow pace. If you pick up the pace against him, he like you can beat him. And that's what Rice did, and he was catching him with some big shots. And I was looking at that shit. He was getting hit with those right hands, and I know he been in camp with Wilder. Like, bro, imagine seeing that shit in camp, him getting hit with those right hands from Wilder. And it seemed like he ain't learned shit, so it is what it is. That shit happened. That's heavyweight boxing. And I want to take another peek at welterweight. Yo, they be tripping, man. WBA rankings, but they never disappoint though. They always bring somebody out the blue. So as you can see, Ugas Super, Jamal James, Packard, all that shit. We already know that. But look at this shit here at number 12. So Michael Fox, he came out the blue, and like I said earlier, he'll probably take. So Cody Crawley was in the rankings. Cody Crawley was supposed to face number 4, Gabriel Magistrate. So that Cody Crawley got COVID, right? So he had to pull out. Now they're bringing in Michael Fox. So that tells me automatically that's a replacement. So y'all probably hear something about that. Hopefully everybody, that's what they probably waiting for, making sure people's COVID tests come back clean and getting these fighters to the proper location. Because fighters might be somewhere, you got to get these fighters there. That's part of why these fights don't get announced so quick. It's like on short notice, because sometimes you got to get the fighter there, got to get them tested, got to wait for the results. Then we're going to start coming out with the shit. But, inside information, I got you covered. And then what was another one? Oh, Fabian Madonna at number 10. So he comes in at number 10. Of course, he got the Ugas fight. Andre Berto was in this position last month, but I guess he wasn't happy with the money, so they gave it to Madonna. I guess he was happy, so he got a once in a lifetime opportunity to face Ugas, and Ugas should win this fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm not picking no upset, but I can see this guy coming in fighting hard. You know what I'm saying? Give Ugas a good fight. Ugas has been out the ring for a year. I seen him protesting at the White House and shit. Like where his focus at? You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit to go into it, but we'll see. Let me see. He said Coffee better learn to use that high guard, get his hands up. Yeah, I was thinking he was going to start walking my man down. I think that would have been his better success. He was the bigger puncher, but I don't know. Yeah, I agree with that though, bro. How big is Rice? It states that he's 6'5", along with Coffee. He looked way bigger than Coffee. Yeah, I think the heights are legit. I think the way Coffee was crouching down kind of make it look like he was a shorter fighter because he was crouching down and Rice was more upright. But yeah, Johnny Rice a big dude, and he been in a lot of training camps. He's still learning on the job. I ain't saying he gonna be no world beater and beat these world champions, but I mean, he always give prospects trouble. When is Al going to throw Keith a bone? I don't know. Maybe he give Keith Abel Ramos. I don't know. Coming up in the fall. That's my guess. What's up, J8? Salute, bro. So yeah, man, that's what it is, man. Y'all feel free to catch the replay if you have it. Rice gave Coffee. Yeah, he gave him that work. That work. Yeah, that was a good performance, man. I was happy for him, honestly. Because he a journeyman. He said Coffee started late, missing some of that skill. Yeah, he started late. I think he underestimated Rice, in my opinion. I thought he should have kind of walked to him, but yeah, I'm with that too. Experience. He said, "Keep going. Keep got the bone. Got the bone with Pacquiao. Yep. He got the bone and he dropped that shit. You know what I'm saying? He let it slip. He had a chance, bro. Yeah. So yeah, man. I want to salute everybody coming through the building, man. That's my time. I appreciate the comments and all that good stuff. Feel free to hit the replay if y'all missed something, want to go back and catch something. Feel free to go to the rankings yourself. I encourage that. I think Oscar can be world champion again, like George Foreman. Yeah, he probably can win the IBO title or the IBO International, some shit like that. But who he beating? I don't know who he gonna beat. Like at 75, he ain't beat none of those guys. 68, no. I don't see him beating no. Listen, I don't see him beating no active fighter like 15 years, 20 years younger than him. But he can do an old man's tournament. He can fight uh like former fighters that used to fight but at his same age. He might have a chance then. But unless they make up a belt, the WBC make up a belt for him. That's the only belt I see him winning. I'm just gonna be 100. Yeah, peace to you, bro. Peace, peace. Yeah. So yeah, man, y'all have a good one, man. I appreciate you guys once again. You know what I'm saying? I might be back with another one. This is my second one. I might be back. We'll see. But yeah, that's my time right there, and I'm out.